Hello everyone, welcome back. So we are learning the lesson Boolean algebra and we have already seen five laws of Boolean algebra in the last sessions. So today we are going to learn associative law and distributive law. So let's go ahead and start with the associative law. Now, what does this law state? This law states that x plus inside the bracket y plus z is equal to x plus y inside the bracket plus z. This is nothing but even if we shift the bracket, the value doesn't change. That is what it is saying. If the value is going to be the same. Okay. So see the logical diagram here. This might look a little complicated, but if you understand it, it's going to be easy. So first, let's build the logic gate for what is inside the bracket. So here we are taking y and z as an input. So let's take y and z as an input and we are giving it to an OR operator because we need OR here, isn't it? So whenever we do that, we will get this entire expression, which is nothing but x plus y. Y plus z. Okay, so this is done. Now we are going to give as an input this entire thing and x to another OR gate. Okay, so that is what we have done here. We have given x and the output of this, which is nothing but y plus z, as an input to another OR operator, which in turn we will get something like this. Okay, I hope this is clear. Another one is, which is it here it is saying x plus y is within the bracket. So first we need to do the OR operation of this. Okay, so that is what we have done. We have done x plus y and we have given as an input. So output we will get x plus y, and then we are going to do the OR operation between this entire thing and z. Okay, so this output is nothing but x plus y, and then z we are taking and we are giving as an input to this OR operator. Hence, we are getting this. Similarly, the same associative law, it says for AND operation that x and within the bracket y and z is equal to x and y within the bracket into z. Okay. Now, how do we write a logic gate for this? Similar rule, whatever is there inside the bracket, we are going to draw that first. So y and z, I'm giving as an input, hence I will get yz. And now I'm going to give this and this as an input to another AND operator, hence I will get this. Okay. See this similarly, whichever is there inside the bracket, I'm taking output first, hence I will get this xy, and then along with the z, when I give it as an input to another AND operator, I will get this as an output. Okay, so this is how we write a logical diagram for any given expression. So now that we know what does this law states, let's go ahead and prove and let's see if it is true. So this law is stating that x plus y plus z is equal to x plus y plus z. Okay, so similarly we have done in the previous sessions how we have proved. We will take both the values, that is 0 and 1 for x, and then we are going to prove it. That's what we are going to do here also. Let us take the left hand side first, which is x plus y plus z. Now I am taking x as 0. Okay, now substitute this value. What happens? 0 plus y plus z remains same. So, and also we know that any variable, when it is done ORed with 0, we will get the same variable. So that is what is happening here. This entire thing we are taking as one variable. So whenever we do OR operation, we will get the same variable. So here we are getting y plus z as an answer. Okay, let's take the right hand side, which is nothing but this one. So let's substitute the value of x. So here I have written 0. So what happens here? Whenever I am doing this, the same rule applies here. Hence, I will get only y, which is nothing but y. So this bracket goes off and I'm left with only plus z. Okay. Now this is nothing but similar to the left hand side. Okay. This is same, right? Hence, we have proved this for the value x is equals to 0. Now let's go ahead and take x as 1. What happens? Again, let's take the left hand side, which is x plus y plus z. I'm substituting the value of 1. X becomes 1. Okay. So now here we know that whenever we do OR operation with any variable, we will always get the output as 1. Okay. So we can ignore this and directly write the value 1. So what is happening here? 1 plus This entire thing we are going to take as a single variable. Suppose if we are taking it as a single variable, what happens? Any variable odd with 1 is always 1. Hence, I am getting 1. Clear? Next, we will take the right hand side, which is x plus y plus z. Now, I am substituting 1 here. So what is happening? 1 plus, I'm left with, you can actually write like this, 1 plus y plus z. Okay. So what happens to this is, this will be 1. You can look at it in this way also. 1 plus y, you will always get 1, isn't it? Using this rule, and plus z. Now again, what is? Again, we will apply the same rule and we will get 1. One way is doing that. Another way is you can take even this also. So whenever it is 1, we will take these two as a single variable and directly we can write the value 1. Okay. So in this case also, we are getting both the sides, we are getting the value 1. That is why we are saying this is also proved for the value x is equals to 1. Clear? So we have proved this law for OR operation. We have proved this law for OR. So we have proved this law for OR operation. Let's go ahead and prove it for AND operation. So what happens to the AND operation then? Now what does the AND says? AND says x, y, z is equals to x, y, z. Okay. Now we are not going to prove this because this is the dual of this. Now what is the meaning of dual? We have learned this in the 2 sessions before, that dual is nothing but whenever there is an expression, suppose I'm taking this expression, x plus y plus z is equals to x plus y plus z. Now dual is nothing but we need to change the operator here. So whenever we change the operator, it is the similar expression. Okay. So what happens? I'm changing the operator to AND operator. I'm changing the OR operator to AND operator. Now this expression is nothing but the dual of this expression. Hence it is already, there is no need to prove. Since this is equal already, this will also hold good. Okay, so we are not going to prove the AND law. So to see the truth table here, first we are taking a column for x. Since there are 3 variables, we are going to take 8 combinations. Okay, so there are going to be 8 rows. So x value, y value, z value. This I have already taught in the truth table session. So please go ahead and watch that if you don't know how to write a truth table. Okay. So first let us take which is something which is inside the bracket, which is y plus z. Okay. So what is y plus z? Doing OR operation between y and z, which is this column and this column. So 0 or 0 is 0, 0 or 1 is 1, 1 or 0 is 1, 1 or 1 is 1, 0 or 0 is 0, 0 or 1 is 1, 1 or 0 is 1, 1 or 1 is 1. Okay. Now we are going to, we got x plus z. We are going to OR this entire thing with x. Okay. So which is nothing but this column and this column. We are going to OR it. So that is the result. We are getting 0, 0 or 0 is 0, 0 or 1 is 1, 0 or 1 is 1, 0 or 1 is 1, 1 or 0 is 1, 1 or 0 is 1, 1 or 0, sorry, 1 or 1 is 1, 1 or 1 is 1, 1 or 1 is 1. So this is nothing but our left hand side, the entire left hand side we got. Okay. Let's do the right hand side. So we're going to do x plus y first. So what is x plus y? Is nothing but this one. These 2 columns we are going to do OR operations. Hence we are getting this output. Okay. So I'm not going to explain that again. Now next, since we got this already, we are going to OR it with z, which is nothing but this column and this column. So once we do the OR operations, you can go ahead and check that yourself. Okay. So we will get this output. Now observe this carefully. This thing and this thing, this column, they both are similar, isn't it? The first one we are getting 0, rest all are 1 in both the columns. Now what does that mean? These 2 are equal, which is this side and this side. Hence, we have proved using the truth table also that this associative law is correct or it is proved. Okay. So this is all about associative law. Let's go ahead and see the next law, which is nothing but distributive law. Now, what does this distributive law say? This distributive law is saying we are doing a combination of and or operation here. Okay. So whenever there is no dot or and plus written, you should understand that this is nothing but and operation. Okay. So we are doing x and with y or z, which is nothing but x and y, x and z. This is what this distributive law is saying. Similarly, it is saying x or with y and z is nothing but x or y and x or z. Fine. So let's see how the logical diagrams are written here. See here, we are first let us do what is inside the bracket, which is y or z. So I'm giving y and z to an or operator. So I will get this output. Now I have to do and of that entire thing with this x. So I'm giving x and this output as an input to the and. Okay. Then I will get this particular expression. Now, what is on the right hand side? xy plus xz. So first I need to do and of this, and finally I will do or of this. Okay. So and of xy, I'm getting x and y. And of xz, I'm getting x and z. Now these two outputs, whatever I got from these two and operator, I'm giving as an input to this or operator. Hence, I will get this output, which is nothing but x and y or x and z. Okay. So according to this law, this entire thing is similar to this one, which is they both are equal is what this distributive law is saying. Okay. Let's see how to write a logical diagram for the second law. It is saying x or y and z. Okay, so let's first do the and operation between these two. So I'm giving y and z as input to the and. I will get yz. Now I am doing or operation between these two. So I'm giving x as an input and also yz, which is the output of this and operator. I'm giving as an input to this or. Hence I will get this. Clear? Now, what does the right hand side say? It is saying first or x and y and then or the x and z, whatever the output you are getting, then you do the and operation between them, right? So that is what we are doing here. First, we are doing or operation between x and y, hence I'll get x and x or y. Then I'm doing or operation between x and z, hence I will get x or z. Now these two output, whatever I got from the or operators, I'm going as a giving as an input to this and operator. Hence I will get x plus y and x plus z. Okay. So this is all about the logic gate, how we are writing a logic gate for a given expression. Now let's go ahead and prove this distributive laws. So the very first one is this one. So let's take x value as 0 and let's take the left hand side. So what is it saying? So it is saying x into y plus z. Let me substitute the value of 0. So I'm writing 0 into y plus z. Now we know that properties of AND operator, that is whenever I do AND operation with the variable, I will always get 0. Okay. That is what is happening. Like if I'm taking this as an entire value, suppose if this is y, this y, then what I should get? I should get 0 as the output, right? Okay, let me take the right hand side and see if the same holds good for this also. Okay, so I'm taking the right hand side. I'm substituting the value of x, which is 0. So I'm saying 0 into y plus 0 into z. Now what is this? This is nothing but the same rule I'm applying here again. Okay, so 0 and y is 0 again. 0 and z is 0 again. So 0 plus 0 is plus is nothing but OR operator. So whenever we do a OR operation between two zeros, we will always get 0. Okay. So from this, it is clear that left hand side is equal to right hand side. Hence, we have proved this for x is equals to 0. Fine. Let's go ahead and do it for x is equals to 1. Okay. We are taking the left hand side. I'm substituting the value for 1 x is equals to 1, I'm getting this. Now again, from the properties of AND operation, whenever I'm doing the AND operation of any Boolean variable with 1, I will always get the same variable irrespective of the value of y. It can be 0 or it can be 1. I'm always getting y. Okay. So if I'm taking this entire thing as one variable, so I'm getting the same variable, which is nothing but y and z. Okay. Let me take the right hand side, which is xy plus xz. I'm substituting the value of 1 here. So I'm saying 1. I'm saying 1. Let's go ahead and prove the right hand side. Let's take the right hand side, which is saying xy plus xz. Now let me substitute the value of x here, which is equals to 1. It becomes 1 into y and 1 into z. So here into is nothing but AND operation. Okay. So what does the rule say? Whenever we do an AND operation with a variable with 1, we will get the same variable. So here I am getting y, here I am getting z, which is nothing but y plus z. These both are equal. Hence, we have proved this for x is equals to 1 also. Right. So, we have proved this theorem. First one we have proved. So, let's see the truth table for the same. Okay. So, I'm writing a truth table. I'm taking x value, y value, z value. First, I will take x plus z, which is nothing but this value. How am I getting? I'm doing a OR operation between this and I will get this value. You can try that. Okay. Then I'm doing a AND operation of x, which is this one, with whatever the value I got from y and z. So I'm doing AND operation of these two values. Now what is AND operation? How do we get? So 0, 0 becomes 0, 0, 1 becomes 0, 0, 1 becomes 0, 0, 1 becomes 0, 1, 0 becomes 0, 1, 1 becomes 1, 1, 1 becomes 1, 1, 1 becomes 1. I hope you remember the truth table for AND operation. It says whenever there is either 1, 0 also in the input, we will get 0. It has to have both the inputs 1 only, then we will get an output 1. Okay. So this is nothing but my left hand side. Okay. So right hand side, I need to do AND operation between x and y. I will get this. I'll do the AND operation between x and z, which is this one and this one. Then I will get this. Okay. Now I am doing a OR operation between these two. So what happens? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 or 0, 0. 0 or 1 is 1. On 1 or 1 is 1. 1 or 1 is 1. Okay. So this is what we get. Now observe carefully. What is the left hand side? This is my left hand side. Okay. What is my right hand side? This one. Are these similar? Just check. Isn't it? They both are similar. Hence, we have proved from the truth table also that this law is correct or this law is proved. Fine. Now let's go ahead and see the next law, which is x plus yz is equal to x plus y, x plus y. Let's prove them one by one. First, let's take x is equals to 0. And let me take the left hand side, which is nothing but x plus y, z. Let me substitute the value of x. So 0 plus y, z. Now, what does the AND properties of OR operation say? Whenever we add any variable with 0, we will always get the same variable, right? So what we are going to get? We will get yz. Okay, so this is the left hand side. Let me take the right hand side. Right hand side is saying x plus y, this one, x plus z. I'm substituting the value for x, which is 0. So 0 plus y and 0 plus z. Now what is 0 plus y? From this rule, we understand that it is nothing but y. And from this rule, from this also, we are applying the same rule, we will get z. So are these same? They both are same. Hence, we have proved this for x is equal to 0. Let me prove it for x is equal to 1. What is my left hand side? Which is x plus y z, right? Substituting the value of x is equal to 1, I will get 1 plus y z. What does the another rule of OR operation say? 1 plus any operator is always 1, irrespective of value of x. So what I will get? 1 plus yz, I will always get 1. Okay. So let me take the right hand side. Right hand side is saying x plus y, x plus z. So I'm substituting the value of x is equal to 1 in the place of x. I'm getting 1 plus y and 1 plus z. Now any variable, whenever it is added with 1, what we will get? 1 into 1, which is nothing but 1 and 1 is nothing but 1. So both the places, left hand side and right hand side, we are getting 1. Hence, we have proved this particular law for x is equal to 1 also. Okay. I hope this is clear to you all. Let's try writing a truth table for this. Okay. Now what all we need? We need x, we need y, and we need z initially. So so how many combination we need? Since we have 3 variable, we need 8 combination, right? So what are those? It is going to be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Now, first thing, what do we need? We have x already. So let's do y, z. Now, what is this y, z? Y, z is AND operation between 0. So 0, y, AND operation between y and z. So 0, 0 becomes 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. I hope you all understood how I'm getting these value. This is nothing but using the AND operation table. Okay. So next we got this and we got this. Let's do the OR operation between them. So x plus yz, which is nothing but this and this. I'm doing the OR operation. So what do we get? So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So this is nothing but my left hand side. Let's go ahead and see the right hand side. What do we have here? We have x plus y. So first let's do x plus y. What is x plus y? We are doing an OR operation. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. How am I getting all these ones? I hope you all know. So 0, 0, I'm getting 0. 0 or 0 is 0. So 0, 1 is 1. 0, 1 is 1. 1, 0, 1. 1, 0, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. In OR operation, whenever, even if one input is 1, we will get the output as 1. Okay. So x plus y is done. What else we need? Next thing we need is x plus z. So let's do that. X plus z is here. So I'm getting 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Try writing this truth table by yourself at home so that it becomes a practice to you all also. Okay. Now the final one, which is x plus y and x plus z, which is nothing but AND operation between this one and this one. Okay. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So this is nothing but this is my left hand side and this is my right hand side, isn't it? Check the values here. Aren't they both same? Hence, we have proved this using the truth table also, that this law is proved, right? So I hope you all understood. So that's all in this today's session, students. Thank you for watching.